As the demon crisis in New York only continues to escalate, poor Peter Parker is still trapped in limbo. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 18. A continuation of the Dark Web event and find out what happens next together, shall we? Alright then, so if you've been playing along at home, you'll know that this event hasn't exactly been doing so good, but lo and behold, this newest issue actually finds a way to chart out whole new worlds of bad I never thought possible. You see, as the comic opens up, Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, returns with the X-Men in tow, this of course taking place after the events of the X-Men Dark Web tie-in. You see, at the end of that story, Clone Madeline had actually made peace with the original Jean Grey, who opened her mind psychically and allowed her access to all of the core memories she wanted, like raising her son. And because Goblin Queen got exactly what she wanted, she doesn't want to go through with this evil scheme anymore. Yeah, apparently it really was that easy, but for some reason Jean didn't think to extend this offer to Ben, who is now officially left holding the bag. Well, he's left holding the fruit that he still hasn't been able to get Peter to eat. His plan to sit around and do nothing, shockingly, has done nothing. Goblin Queen basically tells Chasm to pack it in for the day, because this is still technically her realm and her army of demons, but more on that in a minute. Where exactly is Spider-Man while all of this is going on? Well, he's still being menaced by the demonic members of the Insidious Six, but don't worry, Spider-Man doesn't have to fight alone. He has help in the form of Wreck-Rap, Limbo's #1 Spider-Man fan turned Spider-Man himself. And once again, I do not understand what the point of Wreck-Rap is. Is he supposed to be funny? Is he supposed to be annoying on purpose? I know Spider-Man doesn't really have much patience for him. Is he supposed to be cool? He gets a really prolonged action scene in this issue fighting the Insidious Six. I just don't know how to feel about this guy, except for the fact that he totally looks like a Ninja Turtle stole Spider-Man's costume. It's all in the teeth, I tell ya. Now, as Madeline Pryor returns to her tower, she has another conversation with Janine, Ben's girlfriend turned Hallows Eve, the brand new supervillain. Goblin Queen is in a shockingly good mood and tells Hallows Eve not to worry. Oh sure, she didn't get to do anything in this event story, but I'm sure things will pick up for her soon. After all, she's cool. Hallows Eve is definitely going places, right? And it's at that moment Janine ends up betraying Madeline and stealing her magic scythe. Jeez, who couldn't have seen that coming? Seriously, shouldn't Goblin Queen be smarter than this? Shouldn't she be a master of deception and know when people are lying to her, especially when she gave said people those powers in the first place? Why is everyone in this story so dumb all the time for no reason? With the Insidious Six briefly vanquished, Spider-Man as well as Jameson and Robbie think that they may finally be able to escape Limbo. Now, yeah, Robbie was here the whole time. At least Jonah got stuff to do. Seriously, what was the point of bringing Robbie if he wasn't going to do anything? Did Zeb Wells just think 2 hostages were better than 1? Did he think if Spider-Man didn't need to hide his identity from someone that he wouldn't have a reason to put on a Spider-Man costume? I don't know, man, and the more I think about it, it just hurts my head. But you know what? That's alright, because the next part of this story absolutely hurts my soul. Chasm is getting all weepy now that Madeline Pryor has abandoned the plan, and because of that, the memory-stealing fruit is literally rotting in his very hands. And with it, assumedly, his only chance to get back his core memories from Peter. Again, geez, if only we lived in a world with amazing psychics, magicians, and scientists that could do the same thing. At this point, I swear Ben is either incredibly stupid or incredibly lazy, take your pick. Oh, but don't worry, Hallows Eve is on the scene to make it all better. She seemingly killed Madeline Pryor and stole her scythe, which is actually her major symbol of leadership here in Limbo. She gives it to Ben, officially making him the brand new Lord of Limbo, and with that comes brand new powers and a brand new upgraded form. You know what? Chasm and everything about him might have been stupid, but I could at least admit that his costume was cool from a visual standpoint. Now you've just put horns and wings on him, making the costume worse. As the new Lord of Limbo, Chasm's first order of business is leading his new demon army to the surface world to, I don't know, kill everyone, take over. His old motivation of wanting to steal Peter's memories was dumb and poorly conceived, but at least it was original to him. Now he has the most unoriginal villainous motivation ever. Conquer the world! Seriously, Ben, what are you going to do with the world? You barely know what to do with yourself most of the time. As the comic comes to a close, it looks like the only way that Spider-Man is going to be able to defeat the new King of Limbo, Chasm, is if he's willing to join forces with Madeline Pryor, who did not die, as well as the X-Men, who are still just kind of hanging around after the end of their tie-in story. And so that was Amazing Spider-Man issue number 18, everybody, and once again, Dark Web continues to be one one of the most tedious, unenjoyable, and generally soulless Marvel stories I've read in a long time. Everything about this story is just marking time until the end. There's no enthusiasm, there's no intrigue, there's no character exploration. Hell, once again, Peter is barely in this story. We spend more time with Wreck Rap and the villains than we do him. Also, the longer this story goes on, the more I think that we're not going to see some miraculous 11th hour reconciliation between Peter and Ben. I really do think they're just going to leave him like this at the end of the story, which is a real shame. Ben may have survived being the Jackal, but I don't think he'll be able to survive being King Chasm. Everything about this story is bad. Some of the art is good, I would say, if viewed in a vacuum, but a pretty looking dumpster fire is still a dumpster fire at the end of the day, which is why I can only give this one a 4 out of 10. God, I wish this story was over already. And also, that Mary Jane reveal in the next arc better be worth it, because I have never been this close to dumping Spider-Man in my entire life than I am right now.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.